cocktail shaken. Cocktails on the fly. I'm your Flighty hostess, Alberta Straub. Greetings, welcome aboard. Miss Flighty here. I'm going to talk to you today about stirring. Now stirring, it's a lot harder than it looks. When you see a good bartender stirring, it looks so easy, it looks effortless, it looks elegant, it looks beautiful, and that's the way it should look. But you know what, there's a lot of stuff behind that. You know, Flighty's still learning how to stir. There's a lot of ways to do it, and there's a lot of bad methodologies. I'm going to do my best to show you how to stir the best I can, but you can always get better, because when you have that stir down, you shouldn't even be thinking of it. You just be stirring like this, and it looks beautiful. So here's some things that I know. First of all, you've got 3 different bar spoons here. 3 different ones that make it easier in one way or another. I'm going to show you how, but let's first start by adding some liquor to the glass. So I'm going to make a martini. We'll start off with that. So I'm going to pour in my gin. Of course it's gin, because I love gin martinis. There we go. Okay. And then when I make a martini, I like vermouth in them. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 part vermouth in. Okay, great. So then you start adding your ice. Now, a lot of bartenders add ice first. Now, I don't like to do it this way. I don't add my ice first because sometimes, you know, Flighty is very busy in the bar. She's very busy, and I get a lot of drink orders at once, and I make this orders, and like, say 2 people want a martini, or maybe I'm making 2 stirred drinks and a couple of muddled ones. I get a bunch of drink orders, and I make them like that. So sometimes I'm talking to customers and I'm telling a story. Or simply, if you're at home and you're making yourself a drink, you don't want to be rushed when you're making it. You want to be precise about adding the ingredients, and you care. You're thinking about it, and you put in the ingredients in. And when you put the ice in, immediately the drink is melting, and it's diluting, and it's changing. It's becoming a beverage. So what you've got to do, when you add the ice last, you're controlling the dilution. Dilution is an important part of drinks, so don't get me wrong. But when you put the ice in last, you control the dilution. It's all about you and not about whatever is happening while you're doing something. You're trying to find your beverage. So how you start off is you look for some, I use ice blocks because I want to have nice big ice chunks and have my choice of the size of ice, because the larger the ice, you have less dilution. I like a nice velvety texture to my drink. I don't want a lot of dilution. I want to know how much dilution is happening. If I have ice that's all melted and not good from an ice machine or something like that, it doesn't make a good cocktail. You can taste the texture, you can taste the difference. So what we're going to do, I get this ice blocks and I chip it off, and I start off, and I got some small pieces and some big pieces. So you start off with your small pieces. Here we go. Add them to the glass. Okay, very smaller, as you can see. And as you can see, the drink is rising up here, and this is called the wash line. I don't know why, that's just what it's called. So about to this point, a little bit more, you're going to start your stirring process. Now I'm going to show you something. Now if I was stirring this drink, I wouldn't want it to sit like this, but I'm going to show you a little bit about a few different kinds of bar spoons you can use. Now this one is a nice heavy bar spoon, and I did this little trick, which my friend showed me, which if you bend the bar spoon like this, it makes it much easier to stir. You just bend it a little bit, and there you go, because the bar spoon curls under when you're stirring. So you get down the edge of the glass, get down to the bottom, and you start your stirring. Now, as you can see, your wash line has risen because you've got your dilution happening. You just stir slowly like this. Other bartenders say you want to do a carousel, like a gentle carousel, but it's a little noisy for my taste right now because I'm trying to talk to you about it, so we're just going to go like this, gentle, elegant, and smooth. Now, I want to show you a little trick. There's a couple of other bar spoons you can use. If you're having trouble stirring, a little trick is you get this kind with the muddler on the bottom, and you just stick that in, and it makes it much easier. You're just going like this, and as you can see, I'm stirring much faster. The disc goes on the edge of the glass, and it just makes it a lot easier. Another thing you can do is sometimes, you know, your finger hurts because of the twist of the bar spoon. Although they're helpful to stirring a cocktail, this is a nice type of bar spoon to get because it's very smooth and it makes it very easy to stir. Now, as you can see, my wash line is rising up quickly. You want to act fast. Your cocktail is diluting, so you want to put some more ice in there, and you want to get done. You want to stop talking. I'm just going to grab these chunks with my fingers because I want to stop talking. I got a big chunk there. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to mix. So I'm putting my bar spoon in there. Give it one last stir. You're feeling everything's getting cold. It's getting diluted. You're watching your wash line rise up. Then, okay, so last step is you get your julep strainer. This is a julep strainer, like this, and pour, and you're ready to drink that martini. Very tasty, very good. That's stirring. Now you practice at home and you try to get better, and someday we'll meet. We'll both have our elegant stirs going. And anyway, stirring is a very important part of cocktail mixing. Cheers. Stirring. Add elegance to your cocktail preparation. Use ice chunks. There are 3 different kinds of bar spoons. All are helpful in different ways. Your basic spoon with a bend, the disc muddler spoon, the smooth muddler spoon. Practice, practice, practice. R&D is fun when it comes to cocktails.
Cocktail shaken.